ladies, gentlemen, non-binary folks. I'm back from the abyss they call Sam's Club, and I have brought treasure. So, on a whim, I went out to Sam's Club recently to see what they got for Pokemon. And sure enough, they had one thing, and I was assuming it was going to suck. But I think this is actually good. You Pokemon folks will have to tell me if this is as good of a deal as I think it is. But I'm personally very excited about it, and I'll tell you why in a bit. But first of all, I went to Sam's Club, and I saw these there, and I was kind of hoping to find some 151 stuff. I'd heard they're doing some bundles there where you get like a box of 151 Elite Trainer and like a couple of other things for a pretty solid price. And there was no such things there. So I saw these Lucario and Tyranitar V Heavy Hitters Premium Collection. And when I saw these things, they were behind a sign that said, like, clearance, $19.99 regularly, like, whatever. And I was like, oh, well, anything on clearance is probably a good deal. So, of course, I went to TCG Player. And I saw this right here. Strangely, there's two listings for this thing. One Heavy Hitters Premium Collection, one Heavy Hitters Premium Collection Fall 2023. I'll just guess it's the although I think maybe actually I figured out what the difference is here. I actually opened one of these, which we'll be going through in a minute. But I see that this one that's more expensive says Astral Radiance, and the one that I have has no Astral Radiance cards in it, so I think this is definitely the one I have. But it's still $54.91. Oh, did I okay, so I looked it up and I'm like, oh wow, this is on sale for $20 and it's selling for $55. That's a deal. Actually, yeah, 55 is what I can say. So I was like, oh man, I gotta buy every single one of these here, and they had like 20, 30 of them. And I slowly realized that the price thing I was looking at was the wrong one. It had nothing to do with Pokemon. So, regular price of these is $39.99, so $40. So, I still said, well, gee whiz, when else can you get something at whatever $15 premium or $15 discount in Pokemon Land? I mean, I would think I'd have to jump at that. So I ended up buying, I didn't buy all of them. I bought 8 of them. And what I love about these is that all of these packs are from the Sword and Shield era, which is the era that occurred just before the current one, which is called Scarlet and Violet. So, to me, these feel old. I think these, well, I don't know, it says they came out in 2023 on TCG Player, which means that this box itself is not really that old, but the packs inside, I think, are generally from like 2022 or maybe a little bit earlier, depending on which set we're talking about. So, all of those packs, like if you search for booster boxes, as I do, those booster boxes are quite a bit more expensive than current set booster boxes from Scarlet and Violet. So I was like friggin' psyched because everything I've bought lately, it seems, although it's funny because the first box that I opened to kind of kick off my Pokemon addiction was one that I had bought a long time ago, and that was actually a Scarlet and Violet, or I'm sorry, a Sword and Shield era box, but I didn't even appreciate the differences between that and the current era and like earlier eras like Sun and Moon and XY and blah blah blah. Alright, so I opened one of these boxes off camera because the noise that it creates is absolutely insane. You don't want any part of that, so I'll show you what we get in one of these boxes for $40. And by the way, do a little quick math for you here. Oops. Hopefully this is still recording. I just locked myself out by pressing the wrong. Alright, well, it's still recording. I think it probably showed you a black screen there while it disconnected from my camera, but we're back. Hopefully you can still hear that. If you couldn't hear that, I accidentally locked my screen. But I wanted to press the keyboard, the key on my keyboard that brings my calculator up so I can do, so $40 divided by 14 packs in here, and you get $2.85 a pack, which is pretty dang cheap. Like the average booster box of modern Pokemon, the current era of Pokemon is $100. So if you divide that by 36 packs, you get $2.77. So again, $100 booster box. The packs are costing you $2.77. These booster packs cost me $2.89. But like a box of Silver Tempest, booster box of Silver Tempest is not $100. It's like $100 and whatever, $50 or something like that. And I'm not sure. I feel like Lost Origin might be the most valuable. Well, you remember we opened Lost Origin on my last video, and those were sleeved booster packs. And when I looked those up, they were like $6 or $7, and I got those for $5. So here we're getting them for $2.80 something, and they're not sleeved. But you know, since I'm opening these myself, they're worth that much to me because I know these are untampered because they came in the box. So again, paying $2.89 for this, it's probably worth $6, $7. Oh, you know what? Okay, so I was thinking there was no Astral Radiance in here because if you go back to that screen, I was wondering like why. It's a little bigger for my homies. But when I searched for this box, this one says Astral Radiance up here, and this does not. So I assumed there was two of these. One had Astral Radiance and one did not, and I thought that these did not have Astral Radiance, but they do. So folks, maybe these boxes are worth $62 and I got them for $40. I'm hoping you Pokemon experts can tell me what's up. I do see here in the description it says these are available September of 2022, so clearly these were, that more expensive one was different from this one. It says fall of 2023. Let me just see if it says anything about fall of 20. It doesn't say in the description here, but it does say in the product. So I don't know which one I have. Again, they look, I think, the same. So, I don't know, but I love these things. If anybody says, if any of my Pokemon, I'm looking at you, Andrew. If any of my Pokemon experts out there tell me that these are indeed a great deal, I'm just going to go back and buy all of them. Unless somebody else who watches the channel and is a Pokemon fan lives in Fargo, and then they're going to go buy all of them. That's cool. I love you. So, I want you to be happy. So we got one Astral Radiance and one Fusion Strike. And other than the Lost Origin, I have never opened any of these sets. So I'm freaking excited here. I presume sorry, trying to get some sleeves here. There's one of those stickers from my little verification open card box not worth much. Sometimes I know they can be, some rarely. Like that one in the Paldea evolved, whatever that was, treasure chest thing. Like that was pretty valuable. It's like $15, I think. Which is kind of crazy because those Paldea adventure chests, I think they're called. I mean, those are just overflowing at my local Target for $30, and you get that card and it's worth like $10 or $15. Although I think it's maybe not every box that has those. It's like maybe one every 3 or something. But still, seems like a solid deal. Does it not? All right, so I don't know. We might look up those if I get really bored. And then we get this jumbo card, which I'm happy that I got because ASMR girl, who is I give her my Pokemon cards that are crappy ones, and she loves them. And I opened some kind of premium box or whatever that has one of these jumbo cards in it. So I had one around, and I had actually my nephew was in town, and he's a Pokemon guy too. He's like basically the same age as ASMR girl, and I had one of these big ones around, and I gave it to him, and ASMR girl got pretty jealous, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have plenty of those, trust me. So you get the next one. So she's been asking me, where's my big Pokemon? Where's my big Pokemon? Now I have it. Well, folks, I have been buying Pokemon like I'm trying to bankrupt myself on a busted Pokemon market. Some Pokemon crashes. Actually, it's fine, I had some money that had to be invested because it was just kind of sitting around doing nothing but earning interest, which isn't actually that great because you pay a lot of money on interest in taxes that you earn, so better to put it in the stock market and earn gains that. Ooh, Pikachu. So I don't know, I guess, is there any base Pikachu? I feel like base Pikachu used to be worth something like in those 1998, 1999, 2000 sets. But, in the last 10, 15 years, a basic Pikachu is probably worthless, am I right? Anyway, so I had some money that needed to be, put into the market, and I just hadn't got around to it, but I decided the market dipped a bunch the other day, actually the last 2 days. I think that's a reverse hollow. Poliwrath. So there's a few things I like to buy. I like to buy certain stocks. Like I have a lot of Apple, which I've had for, 20 years. And that is how actually, that's really not, the only thing I've done with my Apple stock is I use that to donate to charitable organizations. So like, Apple has given me a lot of paper gains, but it doesn't actually fuel any of my card activities. But anyways, I'm putting, I'm buying all these like mutual or ETFs and a few individual stocks. I bought a little bit of Apple just because I donated so much of it that I was feeling like I should stock up again because I'm a big believer in Apple. So anyways, I'm buying, very large numbers worth of stock, and I'm thinking like, I should just put like, some like a tenth or a fifth of this kind of money into Pokemon and just, have it appreciate in value in 5-10 years and see what happens. So then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna find like good deals on booster cases. And I have a few different ways to, places to buy them. Although usually, I've never bought anything off TCG Player, and I probably never will because they have no way. By the way, what am I opening? I'm opening a Lost Origin, and yeah, okay, so all Lost Origin so far. I don't want to continue with that and do these, but set by set. So yeah, I don't buy a TCG Player because they don't have a way to turn like the sales tax off if you're purchasing for a business as I So basically I use TCG Player to, man, all these corners are bent. I use TCG Player to just find market prices. And sometimes TCG Players has stuff that's quite a bit cheaper than eBay, but a lot of times eBay has comparable deals or sometimes a little bit better than TCG Player, and then I can, snap those up. Gastrodon is a reverse hollow. I can snap those up on eBay. And then I also look at DealerNet. So DealerNet is the kind of dealer focused marketplace that has a monthly subscription cost to it. But basically, if you deal sports cards, you remember that because it's where you get rid of your excess inventory to other dealers who want to buy it without paying that sales tax. Ducklet, I remember from when I opened those Lost Origin packs. So anyways, I've been kind of scouring, and you know what really sort of made me think, man, I just gotta buy whatever, whenever I can find a reasonably good deal, like something that's maybe a little bit better than TCG Player. I just gotta snap it up. What happened was I said I want to buy a booster case. I want to get my first booster case, right? This was a few weeks ago. I don't know. This was a few weeks ago, and I've never opened Fusion Strike, and I really want to. So, but I only have one, so I'm gonna save those. Brilliant Stars was one of the first cases I bought in this little. Actually, I'm gonna do Silver Tempest since there's so many. So I have cases, I think, coming to me of every single one of these sets. I have cases of booster boxes that I have ordered. But what got me kind of excited for no apparent reason is I decided I want to buy some Twilight Masquerade because there's a couple of cards in that set that are very popular right now. One of them is ridiculously expensive. It's like $200 raw, I think. And so, I watch a lot of Pokemon content on YouTube trying to learn and stuff. And people are always talking about these, these cards from Twilight Masquerade. And I'm like, this stuff is basically selling for, still its initial price, retail price of $100 or so a box. So I'm like, I gotta pick some of this up. So I went searching on eBay, and there's this seller who had sold 30 some cases of Twilight Masquerade already, but still had quite a few left because I was able to see maybe 10 I think were available. About 2, by the way. But I'm not getting any. There's stuff in my fledgling. So I found this guy selling cases for they were $599 shipped. So if you consider the cost of shipping, you're paying less than $100 a box for these things. So I'm like, I gotta get some of those, right? So I snatched those bad boys up and I have them, in my possession now. And the guy sold out because I went and looked, to see if there were still more available. And there were not. And in the meantime, it's now the cheapest case of Twilight Masquerade you can get is $700, yeah, instead of $599. So it's all it took was that one guy selling out, and all of a sudden the price of a case goes up, $100, which is a pretty major increase. It's only $600 case. So I'm like, dang, things can change fast, and yet you never really see anything go much lower than $100. At least not in the secondary market. I do see things for $90, maybe $89 available, to me through wholesale outlets and stuff like that. really just my distributor has a few, kind of current year products. So, was that Silver Tempest? Yeah, I think I'm doing Silver Tempest, right? Okay. So I'm like, man, it seems like stuff can get hot real quick and go up in value, and, if I can find a deal on something. Like, and I think at that time, actually, cases on TCG Player were probably like $650 or something. At the time I bought mine for, $600 on eBay. So I was like, all right, if I can, get a little bit of immediate gain for a purchase, kind of through arbitrage, if you will, then I'm going to do that. So basically, I just started looking for deals like that, on everything, on all the Sword and Shield sets. I would even go back to like Sun and Moon and see what they had available, and if I could find something that was a deal, I clicked buy. So I bought a lot of stuff. I'm not actually even sure how many booster cases I've bought in the last like week and a half, but I'm gonna be having a lot of mail coming. That's all I can say. And yeah, there's a nice little V-Star card. And we have not gotten one like V or V-Star or V-Max card, man. What's going on? I'm getting less excited about these boxes as we go. So yeah, I was sort of like planning to do like a video where I just kind of show all the cases I bought recently, to show you kind of what I paid for them and stuff, and what ones I have, which ones I have. But the problem with cases, they're really boring to look at, they're just all the same. The sticker on the end is a little different. So that's no fun. But anyways, I watched a lot of Alpha Investments. It was like, this guy, okay, finally we got something. This Alpha Investments, if you don't know, is a fairly popular channel that's all about investing in TCG, cards. And this guy, Rudy, who runs Alpha Investments, basically buys like a pallet of every single set that comes out for Pokemon, for Yu-Gi-Oh, for Magic is kind of his specialty. He was doing Magic like the longest, although I don't know, he's got like really some old Pokemon stuff, actually not super old. He seems to have started in the kind of the XY era, from what I can tell. But anyways, he's always showing, his kind of like warehouse, where he's got just like an entire wall full of like booster cases of stuff, and then it makes me want to go and do that myself. So Arcanine, that's our first hit here. Off center. Surface looks pretty nice. Probably a PSA 9 right there. Let's check the back out. The back actually looks pretty dang tight. Yeah. So, definitely a PSA 9, I think. Put that stack of stuff to look up. Now, that looks kind of weird, that guy. He's like a dog with a mask on. Looks kind of cheesy to me. I feel like he's not going to be worth anything. So anyways, that's my Pokemon story. The thing is, though, I know people have commented that, I and many others have opined that, opening stuff with the idea of turning a profit is pretty much a fool's errand. And so people have said, oh boy, I hope you don't just buy booster cases and, never do any content other than I don't know, looks like a full art there, showing off those booster cases. And I have to tell you, I don't have any interest in holding stuff like this. So basically, if I ever see like some cool stuff, at retail, like again, if I see any Sword and Shield, pretty much anywhere, I'm gonna buy it. And I don't really care to like hang it. Like, these boxes are obnoxiously big. up so much fucking space that we get. No, okay, no. I'm waiting on that full art. Phoebus, and a full art is Trotagon. Dragon Claw. Off center as well. It's not too bad. So yeah, my plan is to basically, primarily just focus on the boosters for investing purposes, but I do like opening this stuff. Every card collector is addicted to the gamble that we take when we buy these things. And I think, basically it's just a matter of getting familiar enough with the stuff to know, have a half a clue. I have about a third of a clue. To be able to recognize that maybe you've got something and then go look up the price. And the more sort of familiar you get with stuff, the more, it's interesting to open things. So I think I will probably always open, these kinds of retail products for fun if I find, good ones. And if, I find, actually 151 is a product that, by the way, I've thought that, I might start sort of explaining what I've learned about Pokemon, because I'm sure that most people who watch this channel are not, there's another Pikachu, are not familiar with Ariados, with, many of the concepts of Pokemon, like the different sets and stuff like that. So I might try to kind of explain, because I know a lot of people watch this show actually just primarily to relax. And if I'm just sort of throwing out, terms and stuff, and they don't know what the hell I'm saying, then it maybe is less enjoyable. I don't know. But anyways, 151 is the name of this Pokemon set that I take it, it's kind of like a throwback set. Like, they have cards of, guys of Pokemons that, were in, the original, 90, 98, 99 sets. Maybe in different, sort of forms, but that's what I understand about it, which is very little. But it's very popular, and it doesn't come in this booster box format, so you can only get it in, some of the different retail forms. And it's very popular, so it's gone up in value. All of the unopened stuff has gone up in value over the MSRP. And so that's what I'm talking about. Alright, Superior V-Star. It's looking fairly nicely centered. Like all these could be all these V-Stars I pull could be a PSA 9. Seems like usually. So the 151 set, people have requested that I open some of that. I have not stumbled across any in the wild. I'll tell you a story, guys. I bought 20 collectors at Ultimate, I don't know, UP's Ultimate something premium collection boxes. They're a Costco. I think they're a Costco exclusive box of 151. They have them there. You can buy them online for $90 right now at Costco, and I bought 20 of them. I don't know, 4 days ago, and then that same that night, I watched a video where there was a Pokemon YouTuber who's they're reprinting 151, and it's son of a frick. That means everything's gonna be dropping, at least temporarily. But more to the point is, if they're reprinting, then I'm gonna be able to get that stuff from my distributor for donuts on the dollar. Because I looked at the pricing that the original 151 stuff went for, and it was it was way lower than MSRP, and then it's gone up in value over MSRP. So I'm gonna have a chance, I'm pretty sure, to get a bunch of 151 for wholesale pricing, which is great if you're me, because you buy primarily to hold for a few years and then sell. So, that could be a really sweet thing. canceled that order. Luckily, I caught it in time. Was able to cancel it, and now we wait. My distributor has not actually shown these reprints in their database yet. So I don't know if it's quite as soon as people are maybe imagining. But I'm hoping it does happen, in which case I will buy probably a lot. And then I will open at least some of that. Okay, so Brilliant Stars, I think, was the last two, maybe the last one or two packs. Brilliant Stars was one of the first, like, booster cases I wanted to go after. I don't know why. It's relatively cheap. Sword and Shield set. I like the name of it. So, alright, we got a full art there. Ariados. I feel like I got her in something else. Some other product. She had a different one. I mean, most of these Pokemons have different versions in the different sets. There's Lucario, the sort of guy who's on the promotional cards. Okay, we're down to our last two packs, the ones we only have one each of. We've got Fusion Strike. Can't remember if I heard that Fusion Strike is like half decent or not. Astral Radiance, I think I have a case of that coming. I think I have a case of Fusion. I think I have a case of all these things. Multiple of some of them on the way to me. Okay, we got nothing. I think Corkscrew Punch, Surprise Attack, Gumi, Aracuda, Snubble, Mudkip. Wow, what's all this stuff? Fusion Strike, Single Strike, Rapid Strike. I think this is just some kind of card that's specific to the Fusion Strike set. I don't know, kind of neat. I don't know, I'll look it up just because I'm curious. I might just leave it, but Mandibuzz, Ninetales, Farewell Bell. So right now oh, by the way, folks, I'm doing a live stream tomorrow. This video will post on Saturday, July 27th, and then on the 28th, which is a Sunday, I'll be doing a live stream 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific. So I hope you all will come and hang out, watch some cards get opened, buy some cards for yourself to be opened on the stream. And yeah, it should be fun. I haven't done a live stream that I've planned in advance in a long time. Gardenia is a figure, and Cleavor Hollow. Those hollows are pretty damn cool looking, I gotta say. Okay, there you have it. So, $40 worth of packs. Pretty cool. Doubt we got $40 back, but once again, entertainment value is high. Okay, where did I put those promo cards again? I know they're there. Okay, so these are the promos. Probably not going to be worth anything, but all curious. Except the Pokemon experts already know what these are worth. It's probably like $1 or $2 at the most. Okay. I can't imagine that these, like, just regular hollow. Actually, I'm gonna do this thing. Boom. Okay, Tyranitar. worthless. So, let's try Lucario 079. I guess it's gonna probably be the same thing. Yeah, I don't see anything. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's either 36 cents or 02 cents. I don't know which. Alright, let's try Lucario V. Oh, now those heavy hitters come up. That's the one, or no, is that it? 078 out of 189. Yeah, that is it. So 30 cents for the promo there. Doesn't say promo on there though, that makes me a little suspicious. Oh wow, they got the over, oh wow, look at that. So this one's worth 30 cents, and then if you look at the oversize, which I actually have, and that's the one I'm going to give to my daughter, it's actually worth $1.17, so kind of cool. So those are worth more than the small ones. Alright, let's look up Tyranitar V. So, looks like weird. I don't know. I'm kind of guessing it's this one. But this is, oh, here it is. No, that's, well, that does say promo, but it's not the right card. It looks like these two. It's probably not this one. Oh, 97 out of 163. I don't know. Maybe it is. Prize Pack Series cards. Why does it say that? And this one says Battle Styles, which strikes me as weird. So Battle Styles is a Sword and Shield set, and we didn't get any Battle Styles in this product, so I don't know. They had the same number. I gotta believe it's this one. I just can't believe. I don't know. It's weird. Very, very weird. I feel like it should say the set, but I don't know. Yeah, this does all look the same. Resistance. Oh, wait a minute. Down here. No. Okay. Let's see if this is. Huh. Wow. These look very, very much the same to me. Well, I don't know how you would tell the difference, guys. But if this is a $12 card, someone, oh wait a minute, look at there's a little logo. This little thing, yeah, okay, so there's the difference. So that one's the $12 one, this is the one I have where it's 16 whole cents. Alright, so the promos, as expected, are pretty much worthless. Now we're gonna look up some of the cards that came in here. This one was sort of a Hail Mary, I doubt. But it has all the Fusion Strike, Single Strike, Rapid Strike stuff on there, and it made me curious, so let's look this one up, shall we? How many Deoxys are there going to be? Wait a minute, what's going on here? What does it say? Deoxys there. That's like the set. Is there a set called Deoxys? Man, weird. Deoxys 120 out of 264. That's the one. So this I believe is the price, you know, for the base card, and then I have the hollow. I forget how you see that price. Maybe just list missed it on some of those charts. But anyways, yeah, so whatever, probably a 10-cent card. Put that in the worthless pile. Alright, now we got at least some potential here, but probably not. Ariados. Full art. Oh boy, let's look through. There it is, 29 cents. Brilliant Stars Trainer Gallery. Okay, well, not the best. Kind of useless one. But that's probably what, most of these kinds of cards are. So let's check out Superior Star. Secret and regular, I guess. Oh, they have different numbers. Okay, yes, of course mine's the cheap one. 20 cents. Okay, alright. One of these days, guys, I'm going to do like a $50 card. And I'm going to double down on everything I'm doing. Alright, Druddigon. Wow. How can I? TG09. Weird. I don't know if I can find this card. To suggest it's kind of worthless. Let's see if we can picture match it. Yeah, I don't. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is, right there. 20 cents. 20 all cents. It's down 20% in the last 3 months, so yeah. Arcanine, our last hope, guys, our last hope. Let's look at everything. Alright, oh boy. I can't even get the like 99-cent version of this card. I gotta get the 18-cent one. Wow, okay. Well, there you have it. There you have it. We've turned $40 into probably about $1 in value right there. So that's depressing. That's depressing. But I don't know. I guess maybe we'll do another one someday and hope for a little better luck. But it was cool to see some of those cards, even though they're all pretty much worthless. Alright, folks. That's what we got for today. Hope you're doing well. We'll catch y'all next time. And yeah, hope to see you on the live stream